is up, party people? And hello, my friends. It's your girl, Welcome to China, and welcome to my channel. And y'all already know we got my special co-hosting guest for Tuesday Tea Time. We've been a little periodic, haven't we?
Yes, a little.
But we still show up.
Yeah, we do be showing up. We show up and we show
out because we always have the topics. I mean, Zion Wade was great.
Yes, definitely great.
We was doing that. So we're going to do that again. Cookie LeB.A.P, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Well, hey, thank you so much again for inviting me onto your show. Welcome to channel. Welcome to China. Sorry. I was like, welcome to China.
We rusty today. It's okay, yo.
Just a little rusty. It's okay. My name is Cookie LeB.A.P, and so is my YouTube channel. You can find me there where I do Monday positive news commentary segments called L.B.A.P Magazine, a segment called Sensational Reviews where I review anything that excites the senses, whether sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch. And my newest one for shorts where I give that little short segment towards nature and critters of all sizes, whether furry, with scales or shells. So if you guys love all that I'm talking about, please go over to my channel when you have a chance and subscribe.
All right, make sure y'all subscribe. And just yesterday, he did a Pride LGBTQ plus themed episode of L.B.A.P Magazine. So that was very great. Love that. So make sure you guys check him out. Let's go ahead and get into it. The topic of today is Chrissy Teigen a bully? Now, you know, I submerge myself in pop culture, whether I'm talking about it or not, because I like it. How much do you know about Chrissy Teigen, and what are your opinions on her before I share mine?
Well, one thing I really started to notice Chrissy Teigen more is when she started going out with John Legend. And then they became married. That's when I really started to see her a lot. And I think I remember she was on Lip Sync Battles.
John Legend is the one who made her famous. She was on that, but I could not made her famous. Like, she was a renowned model, like a supermodel, but like we don't get to see supermodels like that.
I know.
They're like Tyra-esque or like, you know, they're popping in their own field, but he's brought her out like a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's when I started to really notice her a lot. And honestly, I didn't have any, no negatives about her. I just know that she was a very renowned celebrity. She was beautiful. She's always there showing out on a red carpet. Mm-hmm. It was nothing that I really didn't notice about until now. So, yeah. So this is definitely some very juicy tea that we're about to get into. I'm excited. I know you're excited.
I'm excited. And Curtis said, "Loving the tanks." Thank you, Curtis. I wonder who Curtis is. None of y'all business, but thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, Curtis.
And then is that you or Angela? I don't know what you're saying, Mike, but hey,
Angela.
I don't know who Angela is. Maybe somebody auntie. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So I first heard of Chrissy Teigen because of her cooking. I remember I used to watch the show on Bravo called Chef Roble. It was like a black chef. And I remember he did this exquisite dinner party for John Legend. And it was for Chrissy Teigen's birthday. And I was like, okay, they're really into food. So like the food and, the cookbooks, she has like multiple cookbooks. Right. I have a Chrissy Teigen cookbook.
Oh, okay. I bet she got some good recipes up in there.
Yeah, but this was before all the drama. So I don't know how I feel about Chrissy Teigen per se.
Right.
But I know about her because of John Legend and because she has a mouth on her. She would always get into like little Twitter things, or I don't know if you do know this, but she's very outspoken. Like she was on Donald Trump's ass. She would always, stand up for different things. So that's why now we're getting to the topic of, is she a bully? Because Chrissy Teigen would always come out to be an ally. She was always one of those girls online who would stand up for people or really say how she feels. And she's really outspoken and sassy. And she was always open about her mental health. Mm-hmm. But now it's coming out. Right. And a couple of weeks ago, as we touched on, it was this woman by the name of Courtney Stodden. Now, Courtney Stodden is like a model. She was really known for being married to like a really old white man.
Yeah.
And the issue was that Chrissy Teigen told her to basically delete herself, to be clear, off of this earth. So she told her to ixnay herself. And we know what that means.
Yes, yes.
So that came out with what Courtney Stodden had to say. So I'm going to kind of go into like a little bit from the article. And it says, last month, the Daily Beast published an interview with Courtney Stodden, the reality TV personality who faced intense media criticism after marrying 51-year-old Doug Hutchinson at the age of 16. Yeah. So she was an actor dating her acting coach, basically. And when she came out as non-binary, she said that she felt that she was groomed and taken advantage of by the older man. Mm-hmm. But she said that during that time, she wanted to reach out to Chrissy Teigen because Chrissy was in the modeling community, and this girl models and does these things. And she was just so negative, and she talked so much trash about her during that time that Courtney said that because Christy was so outspoken and weighing on her life during that time, that it made her again want to hurt herself.
And it was definitely very shocking when I got into that and seeing the tweets and what she really was saying. I was like, oh, wow, she's really going very harsh. Like, I don't know if you have, but I have never even experienced cyberbullying like that before.
I have only experienced cyberbullying, and I would say like once, but it was from a guy I was dating in college, and his ex-girlfriends were talking a bunch of shit about me on Facebook, or like making like, you know, posting pictures of me, just weird stuff.
Oh, wow.
But like people do like, you know, petty things like that. But, you know, the common theme is that Chrissy Teigen is making people feel suicidal.
Yeah. And it's definitely a big problem. And it does say a lot about her personality. What you've already given me is that she is definitely blunt and like will put the hammer down socially on anything that she disapprove of. Like you said, she got into Trump. So personally, she will do that, and she will always like probably get disliked by whoever.
She has a filter almost. It's almost like, John, why you got her out here saying this?
Yeah.
It's a little too much. So today, Micheal Costello. Now, have you ever heard of Micheal Costello before, or have you ever watched Project Runway?
I honestly, I have heard his name, and I think it was from Project Runway, but I'm a consistent watcher. But yes, I do know.
Okay. So he is very, very, very popular. His like dresses are very like like world renowned almost at this point now. Like he's like a big designer. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some of his dresses first. But his dresses are absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, purple.
Beautiful dresses, like beautiful women. Like he's for women with curves. He has a dress for Niecy Nash. He has had so many beautiful dresses. He has like a campaign going on right now, but he's a real designer. Beautiful gowns. Look at these.
Beautiful. Look at that one. Definitely with the shape and the design, and like it's very complimentary.
So anyway, he slays.
Yeah.
So with that being said, at one point in time, Christy was still in the high fashion community or whatever. And Micheal Costello, who was like a beloved, like he's one of the most popular people from Project Runway. Okay. So this is a big deal. Everybody know who he is. And a lot of black people, because it was coming out saying that, you know, allegedly Chrissy Teigen, the reason why Chrissy Teigen didn't like him, long story short, was because he allegedly has gotten caught calling multiple women, black women and designers, the N-word, okay?
Yeah, I heard that it was an Instagram comment that popped up.
Okay. And it was a few. It's a few. We don't get to those receipts, okay?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So this says right here, designer at Micheal Costello recently took to Instagram to speak out about his personal experiences of being bullied by Chrissy Teigen, alleging her harsh treatment drove him to contemplate suicide. Teigen attacked Costello over what Costello claims to be a Photoshop racist remark, essentially resulting in what he describes as being blacklisted from the industry. So what he's saying basically is he reached out to Christy because they were cool. They were friends, I'm assuming. And when he was facing all this backlash from the media, he wanted to confide in her about it, okay? Mm-hmm. But to me, first and foremost, if we are close and I'm going to come to you about wanting to hurt myself, would I try to reach out not through the DMs?
Repeat that question one more time for me. Just one more time. Like the ending of it. with the DM.
We're buddies.
Yeah.
And if I feel like we're cool enough for me to come to you to tell you that I want to take myself out of this place, would I slide to you in the DM? Or
no,
would the desperation, I would assume, be too deep?
I honestly be trying to call, like, straight on. Like, I would, like, try to call to try to, like, see if I can get to hear your voice, especially if we're a close friend. Well, yeah, I wouldn't slide into the Instagram DMs. I don't know if, like, if the only contact you have is their Instagram DMs, are they really close kind of thing? You know what I mean? And that's just another question I'm asking.
So this is the text, okay? The screenshots.
Yes.
Chrissy, can I call you? So I guess he did say yes. She said, no, I do not have anything to say to you. You will get what's coming to you. Christy, I've never called anyone that word. These fake images are photoshopped.
Now, was she involved in some of these? Like, was there some images that had Chrissy in them? I think.
To my knowledge, no.
Oh, so
No. This was just some backlash he was getting. And, since Christy has been getting a lot of praise now, society has kind of forgiven her after that Courtney Stodden situation. So he's kind of pulling this out of the works.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Random timing.
Yeah, random timing. And the one thing I'm wondering, though, is if you're really not involved, it does show a little bit about Chrissy that she would take time out of her life to make sure that he is, like, getting payment for any actions that he could have done. That definitely, like, I assumed that he must have said something to her for her to backlash him that much. You know what I mean? That was my assumption. But now you're informing me that she really wasn't, like, in the mix. She just kind of was like, I heard this from the grapevine, you're going to get it kind of thing.
So that's the first text messages that he wanted to post.
Right.
So he says, good luck with that, LMAO. Keep the story. Please call me. I'm suffering. So many things are attacking me. It's a fake story. But your comment is adding more fuel to the fire. She said, good. Racist people like you deserve to suffer and die. And you might as well be dead and your career is over. Just watch. So now I'm going to go ahead and stop here. And I'm going to pull the original post from Micheal Costello for us to look at. All right. So this is the post. I did not want to do this, but I cannot be happy until I speak my mind. I need to heal in order for this to be revealed. I wanted to hurt myself. I'm still traumatized and thoughts of SSI. Now, this came out 22 hours ago, randomly, okay?
Yeah.
And on top of that, this was 2014, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For the past 7 years, I lived with an unhealed trauma. I didn't want to share this because I was living in fear of losing some of my most profitable relationships, in fear of losing friends, allies, because again, she's big time, okay? She's all in fashion, that's her. In 2014, I received a public comment. So I was wrong. Excuse me, guys, I was actually wrong. She did comment on something. So that was my bad. You were right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it did start with a comment. So this is what it says right here. So you guys, sorry, fake news, my bad. This was stemmed from a comment. I read that backwards. The article didn't start with that. All right. In 2014, I received a public comment from Chrissy Teigen on my Instagram page accusing me of being a racist. She apparently formed her own opinion based on a Photoshop comment. So she didn't fact check, basically, okay? Mm-hmm. So he says, floating around the internet, which has now been proven to be false and Instagram is taken down. When I reached out to Chrissy Teigen to communicate that I was a victim of vindictive slander and that everything she thought of I was not true, she said the doors will be shut from there on. So he wanted to kind of, I guess, reach out to her to see, could she maybe retract the comment?
I would say to explain himself. If he says that he has nothing to do with it, the first thing I guess his step would to do is to go to the person that's being slandered, which is Chrissy Teigen. So he tried to go to her as soon as possible, like, can we talk? And then already she was like, before he could even have a chance to contact her, she was already sending comments and things like that.
It was already out of line, and she wasn't gonna take nothing down. Like, I don't think anybody wants to say, you know, that, I don't know, say that they're wrong in that.
Yeah, and definitely. So it's like it's definitely a very sticky situation. And if it is true that what I've read that it was a past employee of Costello that did
It's
this.
been multiple. It's been multiple claims
Yeah.
of him still being racist. So they started to get on his ass today, fact checking him. That may be fake, but you've said these things before.
Right. Like, this is something that is actually noticeable. Yes. And so that's why, yeah, this is a very sticky, some hot tea, because you really don't know. There's no clear side to say. One thing I think, if I was in Chrissy Teigen's platform, I know I probably wouldn't have been so harsh, because I know how powerful and damaging that could be with the platform that Chrissy Teigen has. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one thing you see in these articles, is how damaging cyberbullying can be, especially with a platform like Chrissy Teigen.
And you're in the celebrity eye, and that's his field as well. So it's like you're getting dogged out and blacklisted, and you're in fashion by one of the biggest, you know, fashion-esque type of people, you know?
Yeah. And so I feel like I think Chrissy knew how powerful she was, and she used with all her power to like do.
Yeah, one of many though.
Yeah.
She's doing this. This is her. This is her ass. That's what she do.
That's what she do, you know?
So. He went on to say that powerful stylists and fashion have gone out of their way to threaten brands associated with him. This, that, and the third are suffered tremendously. But other claims have been coming out of him being a racist, to be honest. So it wasn't all just Chrissy Teigen. You know, he kind of did it to himself. So in that same breath, I'm going to go ahead and pull the other article that we were looking at a little bit earlier, when Twitter calls him out and everyone starts to fact check him.
So I wanted to ask you a question, though. What do you think made him put out an Instagram post now after all these years?
I think his business is still suffering on his own account. I think some truth has to be to it. It's too many claims coming out. And I also think since Christy has been kind of getting back in a better light now, too. And he's probably been biting his tongue about it. But he hopped on the hate train.
Yeah.
But it's just a little too late. I feel like he should have did it after started a month ago.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I honestly, I either that, and he also said that he has been kind of enclosed by his family at the moment. You know what I mean? So I feel like probably like if he really is been hurting all these years from Chrissy's messages and tweets, and finally it's gotten to the point where his family is like close watch over him, he's probably doing it out of like a cry for help, because
he wanted to get it out. But now all it is doing is backlashing. So I'm like, I really hope this man is telling the truth and everybody lying is coming out with these claims.
Yeah.
Because now you can't be boy who cried wolf and do all this. You're going to either have to come clean, and it's almost like he kind of made it worse.
Right.
himself. Because the reaction that we would want Chrissy Teigen to have is, get out of my face, you racist. She didn't fact check, though, and have such a big platform. That's why I feel like she is at fault. But before we go any farther, we have a couple of people here. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribing to @LeB.Ap's channel. I have that in the description as well, @LeB.A.P. And make sure you guys are subscribing to my channel @Welcome to China as well. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and like us on Facebook @Welcome to China and @LeB.A.P. We appreciate everyone being here. But with that being said, now let's go ahead and get into Black Twitter calling him out. Here. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying receipts. Definitely.
Let's see. Yeah. Receipts. All right. So Brooke Bailey, who is an influencer. She's really good friends with Nicki Minaj, actually. She has like her own like fashion and kind of like style brands and beauty kind of thing, okay? Million followers. there's a video of him calling a black female designer the N-word. It was all over the internet a few years back. I know her. I saw the video myself. So now he's paying the price. I'm not sure if this is an incident or if it is about something else. So that's the first one. The second one said, in 2014, I received a public comment from Chrissy Teigen accusing me. Oh, that's what they're saying here. Oh, that's his post. I'm trying to find the rest of these tweets.
Right. We need to see all the receipts.
I want to see the receipts. I know Christy went a little bit too hard.
Yeah. The one thing is
Oh, here's some comments. I found it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's just the one thing is though, Chrissy, there's no excuse to tell somebody to omit themselves. Nothing like that. It should be happening.
It was just too, that was just too extreme.
Yeah.
It was just too much. It was so many other things you could say as a professional.
Yeah.
That I feel like it went too far. I found it right here.
Okay.
It says, this is the same man, and these are comments from the Shade Room. This is the same man who doesn't like to dress black women. The same man who bullied Kylie because she didn't tag him for wearing a dress she bought, not promo. The same one who made jokes about Lizzo's weight. The same one who steals from black designers, added a shady comment. I know Christy might have won a bit too hard. However, he's not innocent. He had a bad rep for many people for not being humble and being rude before the situation blew up. Tiegan publicly addressed her own bullying scandal, apologizing, saying she's sorry for being a troll and da-da-da-da-dee. So before we get into her apology, these are all speculations. These are things. I feel like speculations still come out of nowhere. But how do you feel about hearing this whole thing not being so engulfed in it and just having a blind, naked ear?
Honestly, it kind of seems like, which always has a bit of a pro and con to it, Chrissy kind of seems like an anti-hero. Like, she's there for...
Yes, very much so.
She's there to get those people who are, like, being very in the gutter, probably with their actions toward people and words towards people, possibly like Costello, and she goes down in the gutter with them and shows them like what they are doing. Like, she throws back whatever they're spewing 10 times in their face to give them what the field is. And that is a bit of an anti-hero. She's not going to try and be above it all. She has emotions too, and she expresses them.
She expresses them a lot, and she talks about her own mental health as well.
Yeah, so it's very, conflicting. Although I am like drawn that back a bit about what she was saying to them. I'm seeing like it wasn't just out of nowhere. She was probably angry or upset by something
But doesn't foul mouth make her a bully? Because she still was foul to Courtney. She still has a foul mouth. You can be is an anti-hero. I mean, they got a foul mouth. They're not necessarily like the perfect hero.
She's a bully of bullies.
Okay.
A bully of bullies. She is a bully, but of bullies. And so she'll show, like, if you're going to pick on somebody, like, I can see Chrissy not picking on somebody that's like not.
She's small. I don't think it's picking on your own size. It's like she has power. She's powerful. Yeah.
And exactly. So she's definitely not going after somebody who is sweet, caring, giving, who doesn't step on anybody's toes. She goes after people who steps on everyone's toes. And it's like, now I need to teach you a lesson kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm conflicted by Chrissy, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes I can get a little bit more lash out, but I would never.
We all are. We're humans now. But, it's like, come on now. When are we going to conduct ourselves? You're not going to start to conduct yourself. You got 1 million followers tomorrow. I got 1 million followers tomorrow. We're not going to tell people to act this way.
Yes, exactly. There's definitely a line. And Chrissy definitely crossed that line a few times with those tweets and texts. It's like you still need to have a bit of empathy. They're still human as well. So,
she apologized.
Yeah, she did. She did apologize.
So let's get into that. You ready?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, let me go ahead and pull the apology. So quickly yesterday, she posted a longer apology saying sorry, and then she got like a new tattoo. She still has a big fan base. This got 1.2 million likes already off the Richter. So, Christy I like Chrissy Teigen. I don't think that I dislike her. I think that she just needs to watch her mouth.
Yeah, like
I
that's
think these are forgivable actions. I think a lot of women have foul mouths. Like I know I can have one at some point in time. I've gotten better, but she got to get herself together. I know she's in therapy, working away, but
a lot of men got foul mouths too. I know I'm one of them.
so hey, that's what I'm saying. It's a people thing, right?
Yes.
So this was this. Now this says 1 day ago. But I want a fact check of when Micheal Costello posted this. I think he might have posted this after she apologized.
Huh.
I'm about to fact check this because I believe it said it was a little bit. Let's see if I can type. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Make sure you guys are sharing the stream if you like it.
Yes.
Okay.
Finally.
So just fact checking here. This was 22 hours ago.
Okay. So this is kind of like a response then.
Messy. So again, this is her responding to the Stodden and all the other backlash coming out about her foul mouth. Now, it was other things that I forgot about, but just know it was always foul. Okay. So it says, "Hi y'all, it's been a very humbling few weeks." So this explains why it's almost like we worked the story from forward to back. Now it's all coming together. So it says, "I've been quiet, but Lord knows you don't want to hear about me, but I want you to know I've been sitting in a hole of deserved global punishment, the ultimate to sit here and think about what you've done. Not a single moment has passed, da-da-da-da-da." Okay. She said sorry.
I did read that.
"Today, our beautiful pod celebrated preschool, so she got a tattoo. She's trying to move forward." So that's why Micheal Costello and all this is now trending, because it came out to say that it was more to it and it was even more messy.
Yeah, she definitely had a very long, drawn-out apology, but I think it was towards Stodden. I don't think has she said anything towards...
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And the daughter just graduated. So a lot of people have been like, kind of getting back on her side a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like when you do look at the bigger picture, it's something that, yeah, we need to notify and acknowledge that Chrissy was too harsh, but it's not something to make a lot of people dislike her, because they understand where she was coming from with her anger, in a way. I understand. I do. But I don't see myself taking the action she did for those.
Girl.
What do you think? Tell me.
I just why she knows better. And then BBB said, "What about John Legend?" John Legend has said nothing. He said nothing. He gave a speech at his daughter's preschool. I just looked on. He said nothing yet. Because it's like John, but John, to me, John doesn't really serve me alpha male strategies. It seemed like Christy wear the pants, honestly.
It seems like he's definitely the type of person that lets her make her own choices.
I feel like he just played the background piano. "I give you all of me. I give you all of you."
Like, I can see where I feel like they may have the relationship where you're responsible for your own actions. I might tell you this may be a bad tweet, but I'm not going to stop you from tweeting it. You're an adult.
Okay, now you're not going to tell me that I don't know. I would have been like, "Yo, what are you saying?" I'm like, "Do they not have any pillow talk?" Like, you telling me you laying up in the bed with Curtis and you telling somebody, an old influencer said something to you, and you told them to go die or go off themselves, he going to be like, "Okay."
Yeah, I can see myself definitely having a talk if that. But to be honest,
when it's something bothering you, it's like, would you not have these conversations? Normal people would, right? If somebody came at you sideways.
And the thing is, though, Curtis and I can be a bit controversial online. And sometimes we do disagree with how our controversy that we express, but it's still not something that I stop him from doing.
But being the brashness, though, it was still it was what she was saying. It wasn't her being like, "Fuck off." Almost like she could have said "F off." Or like, it was just of telling someone to physically hurt themselves.
Yeah, now that was definitely off.
It was just too much, but it's the pattern of that.
Yes. So that is something that. What do you think? Do you think you could still be by Chrissy, even though what that pattern that you see? Do you think you still would be able to cook some of her recipes in her cookbook?
I mean, the cookbook's always going to be good. She always got some good. She got some good recipes. She got these Asian ribs in there, crazy. Another time we'll make some. But I think everybody needs to apologize. I think that in my life, I've had to apologize for big mistakes that I've made, and I had to be at the disposal of people forgiving me. Some had, and some had not, and some people genuinely were able, and some were genuinely able not to. I feel like you kind of just got to take your losses. But she's one of those. So I identify with that type of like, hey, I did it. I'm sorry. I'm straight to the point. My bad. I reflected. We're going to move forward. You're going to fuck with me or not. If you don't want to, I understand. That's how I am. So I feel like that's how she is as well. I mean, I can kind of get that a little bit from her. Chrissy was fixated on telling people yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she came out with a lot of weird, it was just a little too much.
Yeah.
Just a little too much. And because it's Chrissy Teigen, who's beautiful, slender, the cook, married to John Legend, the mother, the influencer now, the mother of the year. She just has a foul mouth and she's like the cool mom. But she into people's DMs being foul, and these people are over here accepting it because she's so powerful in the fashion industry.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I definitely think that her telling people to like omit themselves from this world that was so wrong. I
multiple times. So it's like, then what are we gonna do about this, Christy? I mean, I think she can learn from it. It was 2014. Maybe she's grown, but you gonna grow once people tell you. I doubt she was growing this whole time.
Right. I mean, she's already was grown then. It's hard for grown people to change. I've learned that in my life sometimes. It's that she probably has learned her lesson. But I don't think that maybe her personality has shifted from what she already is from 2014 to now. I don't think so. I just don't.
Yeah, how about not doing bad deeds in the first place? No apologies would be required. Yeah, it's just being a good person, giving karma, accepting good karma, give bad karma, give bad karma. Her career is still going to be a little tainted after this. Yeah. It's still nothing's going to be complete. She'll get past it. And she didn't strike me as working and modeling again. She's going to do cooking and Instagram and all that. They don't need the money and all those things. And she's like a stay-at-home mom now, basically. She's still Chrissy Teigen. But I still think that it's a little bit of a taint on it. And it's just disappointing. And I just think that it's going to keep coming out. I'm sure it will be somebody else to say something. But she still has a lot of fans. So
to be honest, yeah. Do you think that there's other people that might come out that say that Chrissy Teigen has...
Micheal Costello, anything is possible. I'm sure she was filed to a lot of people. I'm sure people talk about her attitude or how she is, but it's when people get the balls to say things. But I guess we see as we backtrack that Costello did come out after the apology and had the last straw. And I'm sure people are really suffering from mental disdain and things that people do and they can't work through it, whether through therapy or whatever. I'm sure it's still triggering you. I'm sure that triggered him, whether he said it or not. I'm still giving Costello the side eye. I think I'm giving them both the side eye.
Yeah.
Are people forgivable? Is his dress is beautiful? Is her food good? Yes. When you have beautiful things to offer to people, are we going to forgive you a little bit easier? Yes. Am I one of those people who's going to play into that? Yes, but we're humans.
Right, and we are humans. But I'm not going to lie, these were shocking reading it today because...
And now it's coming out. This is big. This is now circulating to like everybody. When the Staten ship is kind of like nobody really knew who that was. It was kind of under wraps, but now...
Yeah, in my experience, the only cyberbullying I really got was when I was playing competitive games. And you would get those trollers who would say stupid stuff behind the keyboard and stuff, but it never really got to me as much unless I was with a group of people and they were trolling too much and being uncomfortable and have to just mute the mic kind of thing. But never have I ever... Well, I'm saying that.
Never have I ever.
Yeah, never have I ever had cyberbully to that extent. So it was very shocking to me. I was like, oh, people of this power actually do this? It was just, it was very shocking.
So that's the tea.
That's the tea, y'all. That
is the tea. I love that we talk about like a certain topic each week. It's been so many nice things for us to talk about. Not nice things, but it's been like some juicy things for us to like talk about. But the big question that we're going to end with is Chrissy Teigen a bully? And I'm going to say yes. Do she look like a bully? Does she look like your big bully kid? And do adults bully? Yes, in different ways like this. This is a prime example of adult bullying. Talking shit. Adults bully adults all the time. But she just slender and Chrissy Teigen, the beautiful model who cooks and does all this, with a dirty sailor mouth on her. So, yes, I think Chrissy Teigen is a bully. Cookie LeB.A.P, do you think she's a bully?
Yes, she is a bully of bullies. She bullies and targets other bullies who she thinks that are stepping above their bounds, and she steps over those bounds too. And she'll get there right with them, just right with them. So yeah, she's definitely a bully.
Yeah. She's in her bully on. Let us know in the comments, you guys, if you think Chrissy Teigen is a bully. We think Chrissy Teigen is a bully. She's an anti-hero, as they would say. Let us know if you've heard of the anti-heroisms as well, because I am like, I don't know. She should not be acting that way. BB said, I voted yes too. I think everybody pretty much hit us with a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribing to our channels as well. But let us know if you think that Chrissy Teigen is a bully. But before we get out of here, you guys, I want Cookie LeB.A.P to go ahead, my special guest, thank you, to share your platforms one more time and where they can find you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to China for inviting me to the show yet again. And of course, my channel is my name, Cookie LeB.A.P, where you can find me doing Monday positive news commentary with L.E.B.A.P magazine, sensational reviews, where I review anything that excites the senses, and furry shorts, where I focus on all animals, whether with fur, shells, and scales. So please go ahead and look at my channel and subscribe. Please subscribe. Consistent news all the time.
Fur, shells, and scales. I did it. Fur, shells, and scales.
Yes.
Tongue twister. Fur, shells, and fur, shells, and scales.
Yes, I say that because it is furry shorts, and I don't want people to think that I only just do like what people would consider
furry
animals or like cute animals and stuff. I want to do all animals to me are cute. Even
animals are interesting. Some of the ugly ones, they get into it. Now, Did you see the picture of the monkey that looked so similar to a human? I'm gonna have to send you that picture. I actually sent it to my mother. I'm gonna pull it up for you really quick before we go, because there was a picture of a monkey and he looked so similar to a human. It was like crazy. Let me try and find it real quick. I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna try and find it. I will post it for everybody, but it was definitely a picture of a monkey that looked just like a human, and it freaked me out because humans are so similar to monkeys.
Yeah, I mean, scientifically, yeah, we're close on the. Well, I'm not really good at my science, so I'm not going to say anything that's gonna.
What are they, marsupial? I don't know what the hell. That's the wrong thing. Anyway, you guys, make sure you guys check out the 40 shorts because, hey, we all need to learn a little bit about animals and accept them all. We'll see you guys next time. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. It's welcome to China. I, of course, am on my way to 1,500 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Share the video. Make sure you guys support Cookie LeB.A.P's channel as well. Thumbs up, like us on Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff at Welcome to China and at Cookie LeB.A.P. And we will see you guys sometime next week, hopefully Tuesday.
Oh, yes, hopefully.
Bye.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.